I'm a restaurateur and an investor. I've been working in the catering industry for many years. My journey through Europe is just coming to an end. I've visited breeders, processing companies, and met many excellent cooks. The European Union has some of the world's strictest production standards for beef, pork, and their products. This makes European meat valued all over the world. Our producer's business is based on the from farm to fork principle, which imposes strict rules of conduct at every stage of production and has a positive impact on the quality of final products. In the EU countries, we can verify rearing and slaughtering conditions of a particular animal. The Food Product Identification System, at each stage, enforces a joint responsibility on producers, processors, and distributors for products placed on the market. Cattle and pig farmers are obliged to ensure animals' welfare at the rearing stage. The highest standard of veterinary care is also necessary. Supervising bodies execute the ban on using hormones and growth promoters. The composition of feed and nutrient content in the animal diet is developed by animal nutrition specialists, while the preventive addition of antibiotics to the feed is prohibited. The minimum standards for rearing pigs in the European Union are strictly defined and equal in all member states. Each EU country is obliged to comply with them, but it also has the right to introduce its own pig rearing requirements surpassing the common standards. As far as cattle farming is concerned, natural grazing is applied from spring to autumn. In Europe, a particular emphasis is placed on transporting animals to slaughterhouses. Within the European Union, loading standards apply, as well as the requirement to transport animals by special vehicles. Veterinary tests are also regulated. They are conducted before and after slaughter on carcasses and carcass cuts. Afterwards, the meat is stored at a proper low temperature, which affects its quality and flavor attributes such as meat juiciness, tenderness, and palatability. These features are highly valued by meat consumers. The pH of meat is also measured 45 minutes and 24 hours after the slaughter. Meat is classified according to the EU pork and beef carcasses grading system and are segregated into classes. Carcasses and meat are transported refrigerated. Upon delivery, the cleanliness and temperature in the vehicle are verified. Thanks to the specific EU regulations, all European facilities have a uniform sanitary regime, whereas the hygiene of personnel and cleanliness of all rooms and surfaces and buildings are under constant supervision of both internal and external hygiene and sanitary services. Thanks to modern technologies, meat is packed at a controlled temperature in rooms free from all chemical and biological hazards. Producers are checked by state-supervised institutions and perform their own internal controls, and thus they're actively increasing better production standards and, therefore, better product quality. On the other hand, consumers are sure that they buy a product with a confirmed origin, which meets their expectations. This multi-stage process within the European meat production chain guarantees the high quality of the final product, which you can find out for yourself by choosing products from the European Union. European manufacturers have many years of exporting experience to the US market and meet the requirements set out by the FDA and FSIS by applying, for instance, good manufacturing practices or implementing all regulations concerning food additives, food packaging materials, or detailed labeling. In contrast, Canadian importers can be sure that European exporters meet all the requirements set out by the CFIA and the FCA, and the European Union states implement the safety surveillance system for manufactured food, recognized by the CFIA as equivalent to the Canadian system, for instance by fully adapting the labeling method and putting information on products' composition under Canadian law. Experience the quality of European meat and discover the benefits of working with European exporters today.